Animals from all over the world are being transported out of their natural habitats every day. Most animals transported out of their natural habitats are in extreme danger due to an extinction or an unfit environment. In an example, the Australian wildfires that were earlier this year, thousands of animals were living in extreme conditions. If we could preserve these beautiful animals, even if it means that they could be transported somewhere out of their natural habitats. Conservation is more valued than keeping animals in their natural habitats. After constant research, previous speeches, as well as readings, I feel I am a credible source on this topic. I will cover 3 topics. My value topic will show the evidence of why my proposition is important. I will talk about my limitations, define some terms that are important in this argument, and I'll apply main talking points as well as research to support my criteria and my application. This is a relevant topic because a world without animals creates job loss, more unwanted pests, and more work for humans when keeping up land. Now that I have introduced my topic, let's move into my value topic. My value that I will argue is conservation is more important than natural habitats. This is important because animals are a necessity in everyday life. Not only are they beautiful to watch and study, but they keep pests away as well as keeping land occupied and taken care of. This should be in your top 100 values as animals help out humans tremendously. Some key terms that may be important in my speech. Endangered means seriously at risk of extinction. Species is a group of living organisms consisting of smaller individuals capable of exchanging genes or interbreeding. These species is a principal natural taxonomic unit ranking below a genus and denoted by a Latin binomial, in example Homo sapiens, and all of these were accessed in 2020 by Google. Now moving from my value topic, definitions and limitations, into my criteria. My criteria consist of protecting endangered species. Protecting these endangered species is extremely important in order to try to repopulate them and protect them from other animals. Study species. Keeping these zoos around for species is essential to conserve them and keep them around for a long time. Next, I want to benefit species. Keeping these zoos around to benefit these species is essential for their needs as well as it is for humans to study them. Now that I have discussed my criteria, let's move into my application where I will discuss the evidence I have found. Zoos are key to protecting endangered species all around the world. As humans, it is essential to protect as many wild animals as possible, as well as to increase population in zoos so we can flatten the curve of endangerment. In the article titled Assessment of Welfare in Zoo Animals Toward Optimum Quality of Life by S. Wolfshawn et al. In 2018, it says, zoos are required to maintain a high standard of animal welfare. This can be assessed using a combination of resource-based and animal-based indices, usually divided into the behavioral indicators, psychological indicators, and clinical pathological signs, meaning these enclosures are specific to the animals that are inside of them. The food is specific, the attention is specific, the care, everything is specific to the said animal in the said habitat. Each animal is tested specifically for their individual needs. These animals go through testing to figure out age as well as behavior. In an article called Can Zoos Save Animals from Extinction, written by Michael Mountain in 2012, it was stated since 1980, zoos have developed and coordinated breeding programs that have brought dozens of animals like the gold lion tamarin of Brazil back from the brink. Zoos are bringing these animals back from extinction, made possible with breeding and care that stem from within a zoo. We want to study species, the ones who aren't endangered as well. Having these wild animals close up is essential for studies as well as science to figure out why things happen, like genetic issues. In a journal titled A Case Study of Orangutan and Simong Behavior with a Mixed Species Zoo Exhibit, written by Alyssa Pearson et al. In 2010, it was said, in the wild, while the two species might forage together, they often chase and even attack each other, with the Simongs typically initiating the attacks. At the beginning of the introductory phase, the animals were introduced using a series of gradual introductions beginning with visual contact only. At the time of the research, the orangutans and Simongs had been on display together for 6 months. During the research, the interactions between the Carta, the orangutan, and the Simong pair were playful, which included pulling hair, running away, wrestling, and poking each other, as well as grooming, embracing, and sharing food. As these doctors are studying these animals and putting them out of their comfort zones, like these two, it was later found in the article they were able to become friends. And after many studies, these animals were able to put in another enclosure together with little to no segregation between each species, which was how the enclosure was described in the article. By keeping the animals in the zoo, we are able to treat them. Animals, like humans, can suffer from disease, injuries, or genetic problems. Zoo Veterinarians Behind the Scenes and in the Field, written by Katie Burns in 2017, Dr. Sharon Deem, a clinical zoo veterinarian from St. Louis, said someone like myself and increasingly other vets have developed programs in which we focus more on population-level health care and not just the individual animal in our collections. In these positions, we direct much of our energies at understanding the impact of disease of free-living wildlife populations and working to ensure healthy animals at the species level. Some statistics of zoos from the article Zoo and Aquarium Statistics, written by the AZA organization in 2019, said $231 million were spent in support of conservation projects every year. Doctors at these national zoos are working to benefit these animals in these enclosures. In conclusion, after addressing each point thoroughly, let's review some important thoughts and ideas. Conservation is more important than keeping animals in their natural habitat. In my value topic, I discussed this should be in your top 100 values, and in my criterion application, I discussed conservation is more important than the natural habitat for the benefit, study, and protection that offer these animals. Endangered means seriously at risk of extinction. Access from Google 2020. My 3 main points were benefiting species, protecting endangered species, and the study of species. Thank you.